Hello, good morning everybody, welcome to the channel. I'm your host DK10 and as you can see we are here at the WeatherTech, the sandpit of doom here at LAGUNA SECA for the WTC event brought to you by the DMK and hosted by Dmk Wtc, the man himself, the Iceman, the man with many names, the Flying Scotsman as you do. But after 10 minutes of qualifying here at the WeatherTech, it was Big Frank, old crawler, getting pole position in the Rocco. What? That was a surprise for me too. Got a Big Frank. DMK Chalky 12 in the M4, putting it in second place. Dazzler in the Aston Martin going there in third place. The Iceman in the 458 down in fourth. Ricky J in the beast of a machine, the Mustang, sitting there in fifth place. Gwydion is in the Lambo. TRG Joycey is in 7th place in the Porsche. So hope he has a better race than last time. We've seen around Willow Springs. Should do well around here in that car. It's pretty good. And then we've got the Keenleys, the DMK lady race driver, who is my partner for tonight's event, in the Aston Martin, as we head to Suzuka this evening for the team manufacturers event. Really looking forward to that. But we're going to start with this Mustang here in 5th place. We've got a good view of it all. It took me a while to log in. I think the PSGT server is having a bit of an issue. It took me a while to get loaded up and set up. So, but we'll see how we get on. Hopefully we don't lag out. Just noticed that Ricky J's on the racing mediums for his first stint. And we're away as well. Got bogged down, but that Aston Martin right round the outside of Big Frank, and he just got swallowed up from 1st to 7th in the space of a start-finish line. But it is Chalky 12 in the M4 leading the way here into turn 1, closely followed by DMK Wtc, the Iceman, a bit of a lean on by the Joyce. But no bother as old crawler comes through again, and that is Ricky J down to 7th place. Let's get that view back. That's what we want. Ricky J down to 7th. The Keenley's all over his back door in the Subaru there. She'll do well in that car around here as well. But Chalky's under fire from the 458, the Flying Scotsman. This will be a tester of nutrition. 40 minutes around here. And this track is one mistake and you're off kind of track as we head up to the corkscrew for the first time. But it's Chalky 12 leading the way from the Iceman. As you do. Last night's Premier League was absolutely electric, gotta be said. If you haven't watched the stream, head over to my YouTube channel, check it out. Premier League was electric, coming through the corkscrew for the first time, all negotiating that really well, very well indeed. As Daggers gets through, she gets through as well, in a Black 9 Subaru, you love it. You love it. Racing mediums for the Chalk as well, as we get a lap out of the way. Racing mediums for the Iceman, racing mediums for Dazzler as well. Racing softs for Gwydion. He will be the fastest of the trio in front in the Lamborghini. It is only a one manufacturer event, this, per driver, should I say, per driver. So if you do join, you've got to pick another. Still only 5 races left to go in this season. The old crawler is on the racing mediums. Got 38 to go still, but we'll see how long it can go, because the Rocco does like to chew up a few sets of tyres. Gets a bit squirmish there, dipping his toe in the sandpit. Coming under fire from Ricky J and the Mustang after that poor start off the line. The Mustang just bogged down, he got swallowed up as you know. DRG Joycey had a bit of a sandpit affair down at Willow Springs last week, but looking to bounce back this week in the Group 4 Porsche. Like I said, should do well around here. He's on the racing mediums, just slower tyre, same as everybody else, but should go well nonetheless. The Keenleys as well, also on the racing softs, faster tyre than the cars in front, but she's getting there. She's new to sim racing. She's getting there. But it's Chalky 12 currently leading the way from the Iceman. I'm going to try this. Oh look, I've got views. Didn't have none of this last night. But we'll stay with Aldo. Just for a lap, see how he gets down on chasing down on the chalk early on. The Ferrari should do pretty well. We've only done 3 laps and the tyre weight just kicking in on Aldo's Ferrari here. A 129.9. down hard on the brakes. Get it down. Ooh, just missed his apex there, but got a good cut for the second. We'll be getting a draft off that BMW as well. Help him pull him along. You want to watch that sausage curve on the right hand side. It is very unforgiving. If you hit that, you will know about it. The BMW going well here, pulling away through the second phase of sector 1. So we're not doing too bad so far. There's Dazzler in third. Griddy on tracking Dazzler. Lamborghini versus Aston Martin. Oh, still recovering from last night's events. What? It was phenomenal. Luton Town said they was going to come in and take down 53-point gap. And they did not just do that, did he not? He did. With a nigh on photo finishes. We're coming through the corkscrew. Negotiate that really well. Lost a bit of time to chalk a 12 there as well. Get out of there, get the views back, get the telemetry up. There we go. That was a lap on board. The Dmk Aldo, the Flying Scotsman, the Iceman, the man with many names. He loves it. He loves it. There's the Iceman, double champion in the DMK. Chalk's a champion as well in the Drivers Group 4 team event. He won the Drivers Standings Championship. Was blessed. Oh, thank you for that, my brother. I really do appreciate a little like that. What can we do? Dazzler as well. Joined in as Notts County yesterday in the Premier League. Had a good run. There was a dubious moment with, I don't know if he was late on the brakes, got a bit of a lock-up, but looked like a Miley Race Cyrus coming in down towards the Lino Road. It hit the chalk, then hit another player as well. So, oh, thank you very much, my friend. Really do appreciate that. Yeah, but that's up to the host to sort that one out. We caught it. Looked like coming together, a little bit of a 3-door bang there. As we head down to Lino Road, but this is another race, and he has got to fend off the flying Griddy on in that Lamborghini. Looking good, that Lamborghini as well. Got to be said as Dazzler runs wide. He's on the gravel. That's going to give Griddy on the run down the inside as we head into the corkscrew. Yeah, he got that run down hard on the brakes into second gear. Down first for the Lambo, to be honest. 3 wheels on his wagon. That tyre weight kicking in hard on the Lambo as well around here. Compared to Dazzler as well. He's taking a hammer in them tyres right now. Used a quarter of a tank already as well. Ooh, this is going to be interesting. That Mustang's not favouring them mediums either, by the looks of it. Ricky J, his fronts are a bit naff as well already. Tyre weight's coming in high. Who's that? That is Joyce. He has found the beach once again. His Porsche has found the sand. It's still in 7th place. Would be a massive undercut here if he was to go in early. We've seen this guy do it around Bathurst. He pitted with 11 minutes, within 11 minutes in his RSR around Bathurst in an half-an-hour race, and made it last as well. His stint was absolutely phenomenal drive by this driver, who was also the manager of Nottingham Forest in the Premier League. Unfortunately, couldn't get in last night. Didn't have the TV rights. Couldn't get in. He was barred at the door. If your name's not down, you're not coming in. And we had Sunday Leagues in as well. Lack of sponsors on the machine. The part-timers, the Sunday League boys popped in. I think the bouncers got out of them as well, trying to crash the Premier League. Yeah, 1 or 2 issues were creeping in last night in the Prem. They've seen a battle of nutrition against Sky Sports in Luton Town. It was phenomenal. 29 milliseconds. 29 milliseconds. I remembered it. You too nice, huh? Yes, but there's a few DDR boys in the league, you're not wrong. And they're doing fantastically good as well, got to be said. There's a few in the Premier League that's kicked off. That's only 2 races in, and they have joined us in the team event, which is on a Monday night as well. But yeah, it's turned out to be pretty bang on, mate. The Premier League still got spots available in the Premier League, but the team endurance event, which is hosted by Darksmoke, well, I host the league, but Darksmoke does the comms for that. That is full. But yeah, you're more than welcome, mate, if you want to get in. There's this one that's got 5 left. This is on a Tuesday night around 8 PM. A bit behind on the clock, as you can see. There's Gritty on then. He's lost a spot to Dazzler. He was back up to 3rd place. Ricky J getting it sideways on them racing mediums there. Won't be doing his tyres any favours. The pole sitter is up to 6 now. And the Keenleys is beating the Joyce. She's beating the Joyce. Let's go, the Keenleys. Whoop, whoop. Let's go. She's beating the Joyce. That's her ambition in the league. Set yourself a permutation driver. Someone you're probably a bit equal with or you're close to or something like that. Because when I first started sim racing about 2 years ago, I joined the lobby and there was a guy called D10 Piper and another guy called Martin JL09. Mr. Notorious, as is known to his friends, as he does get a bit furious. They was the pinnacle in the league that they was in. They was phenomenal. But yeah, anytime I see them practicing and I would gate crash a lobby when I see them practicing. And yeah, they taught me how to get around some of these tracks on here when I first started on GT Sport. But yeah, they're phenomenal. And yeah, my JL09 went up and I finished out. When he went up in one league, it was my first. I joined with about 6 races left to go. If that, might have been 3, I'm not sure. But my JL09 won the league that season, and the season after I was on my own. They all got promoted, and then I ended up becoming a champion in that league when my JL09 got promoted. So yeah, it's phenomenal. Oh my God! Get that guy some milk! Chalky Drover just pinned it, big style there. Absolutely took the black off his tyres there. There comes Dazzler screaming down his inside into the corkscrew. Side by side, I've not seen it done before, and I don't think Dazzler will hold that either. No, he won't. The chalk needs some milk. Got it all out of shape, and tyres will be absolutely ditched. And very unfavourable as the Aston Martin comes right up behind him now. Aldo then leads the way and has got a big chunk of time. Currently sitting on a 1:29.333 is the fastest lap so far. The Chalky 12. The leader's got him, and now he's got some defensive work to do. He has got a lot of defending to do. That Aston Martin deep on the brakes, looking for that switch. Got a bit sideways, might be a bit too much rear bias on the Aston. Squirming like that. The Gwiddy on his there as well. He will take any freebies that come his way. Mistakes around there are gonna happen. It's Laguna. They happen all the time around there. Let's see what Gwiddy can do. Not too far behind is the boss, the Mustang. Beautiful car. I actually drove that around Bathurst. It was pretty good, to be fair. It was pretty good. Mr. C also driving the boss around there as well, finished 2nd in that race. Also still running in 6th. Gotta say he's got a better set of tyres than the rest around him. And the Keenleys and the Joyce in a bit of a fight of their own. As the Keenleys testers the off-road capabilities of the Subaru. Drops down to 8th place. All good for rallying, but we are at Laguna, I suppose you could do a bit of both here, to be fair. And it's Aldo currently leading the way. Just over half tank fuel. Tyres looking. Now they've stabilised a bit. Aldo can run at his own pace and do his own thing. He won the race at Bathurst last week in the Grandmaster Series by a margin as well. It was very good. It is the last 2 races on Thursday for the Grandmaster as well. We will be crowning a Grandmaster champion. There's a chalk, goes defensive again from the Aston Martin of Dazzler. He will not want him anywhere near him right now. He's got to refine his form as the chalk, get into a groove. That BMW is not being kind on its tyres. Either is the Aston. The Lambo fronts are absolutely shattered. He's chewing up his fuel as well. It's pretty much of a good race so far. We have got pit stops to come as well. You do have to run 2 compounds. You have to run 2 compounds of tyre. If you start on the softs, go on to the mediums. Start on the mediums, go on the softs. It looks like Gwydion's going to go on to the softs next. As would Ricky J. Or go on the hards even. Good. Depending on how the car reacts to that. Well, Crawler not too far behind that. Making gains. What's he gaining? 131s for Ricky J at the moment. And he's in the 129s and the 130. So he's nearly a second a lap faster than the car in front of that Rocco. It's probably down a tyre rail as well. He's still got better tyres than the car in front. There's a Joyce at 7. Oh, excuse me. That was my toast. And we've got the Keeley's in 8th. And Aldo's still leading the way. Comfortably in the 130s now. We're running to a pace. And he's got, what, 2 corner head start against the rest of the field. As Charles just pulled a bit of a gap over Dazzler. He's measuring that gap to Gwydion as well. Gwydion in a good race last night as well. Good all in. Good all the points. Not too bad in the Prem. Good work. I had all overlay issues and everything last night. It was absolutely banned. Forgot to take them all off, but they had scattered all over the freaking live stream in race 1. Didn't do myself any favours last night. God dear. Oh, what a day. Surprised with Dazzler and the Aston Martin around here. I didn't think it would cope much with Laguna. But getting the corkscrew and that measure, pretty alright. A bit squeamish there, but that's probably down a tyre wear. The car getting lighter. South Sea running well in third, podium position so far. With George 90 to 129.9s. There's Aldo just heads down straight in the Laguna SECA. Who's going to be the first to blink? Because the undercut would be pretty strong around here, I would imagine. And that is old Crawler in the pits, aka Big Frank. He knows he was gaining on the cars in front, so he's narrowed the gap down. It just depends how fast he can go on his out lap and then the reoccurring laps. It's 15 minutes in. This is a 40-minute race. So fuel management might be a bit of an issue, but tyres should be pretty well around here. But we'll see what he puts on. It is a long pit here, just getting into the box now. Lollipop Man was tracking him in. Tyres going on. That rear was a bit slow. No fuel. No fuel. So this is going to be a 2-stop one for Big Frank. Half a tank of fuel. Just under half a tank. Oh, that's the racing softs now. Yeah. Racing softs. We'll have to keep an eye on Big Frank. As the Keenleys is in as well. Her fronts are absolutely shot. Just over. Just under half a tank of fuel as well. But Aldo still leading the way. Tyres looking pretty good now to stabilise, like I said before. He's got that gap to chalk at 12. And the fuel is good. No need to stop just yet. And that is Gwydion going for the undercut. So that's the Keeners and Gwydion in so far. Dropping down to 5th. They say it might drop down as well a bit more. Depending on how Big Frank does around here. Still not in the box yet. So Ricky J moves up to 4th with a pit stop. Dazzler up to 3rd. Still tracking chalk. They had that massive off coming up towards the corkscrew. You can only imagine he was clipping the exit curb. Got a bit of dirt on the rear. Buried the throttle and round she went. I don't think Germans ballet dance, but one shall see. How we doing, Scotty? How you doing, my friend? Hope you're good. And where does that bring Gwydion out? Gwydion rejoins in 6th place. And he's gone on a racing mediums and a full tank of gas. He should be good to the end with 22 minutes left to go in this race. Joyce is 7th. Keen is in 8th. Aldo still leading the way, not pitting yet. Neither is the Chalk. What does Dazzler do? Dazzler don't either. We're going to drag it out, but the boss man comes in. The Mustang is in the pits. Where's that big friend? That's a purple sector too, does big friend. On the racing softs. Wow, 1.2. That rocker is flying. 1.2 purple. That's going to be at least a 128. At least a 128. Ooh. This is going to get interesting. Let's go. What is it? What is it going to be? Is it going to be fastest lap point so far? That is a 127.9. Blew that lap at the water by Aldo, which was a 129.3 on the racing mediums. Oh, Crawler up to 4th. He's already done his pit stop. He's light on fuel on a fresh set of softs. It's going to be out of these two. I think these two will do well at pitting now. Why they've got that gap to the rest of the field that are pitting around. One shall see. Just dropping just under half a second this sector as well as the Chalk. The tyres will not be having fun. Although the car might be light and fast. It's all about the tyres. He's not stopping either. He's going again. Dazzler dropping off as well then. Right side tyres are fudged. And Dazzler is in the pits. That might bring old Crawler into play. He's got just a corkscrew and 3 more corners to go. It's pretty long. The pit stop. Old Crawler might have this one in the bag here. Podium position. I'm not quite sure why he didn't put no fuel in though, but one may never know. It's a weird one. Just getting in his box now. The tyres are going on. That's old Crawler. He's going to go up into the podium positions on a 127. Dazzler drop down to 4th. Old Crawler could be net leader here over these two that haven't pitted. Chalk's just landed on his way up to the corkscrew, so one may never know. And Aldo's just getting there as well. Bit of a 131.024. Now back into the 130s. Chalk's into the 130s as well. Yeah, Chalk will be in this lap. Aldo might go again. Push on, try and pull that gap out. But we shall see. But we shall see. Is he in this lap? No. Chalk in this lap. No. That's brave. That is brave. Although he's going slower than the car behind him at the moment. Just 128, is that 2 seconds a lap slower at the minute, 1.1 slower than the fastest lap there. That's old Crawler, who's 1.1 slower as well. One thing to do is pit stop. Lap 10 has been on the softs for 1, 2, 3, 4 laps and already showing where we're already. We will need to stop again. There's Dazzler's racing mediums. Not even sure that's enough fuel in that car either. Mickey J racing softs, just over half a tank of fuel. He's sitting in 5th place. Gwydion racing mediums, looking good. He's got more fuel than the rest of them. TRG Joyce is in 7th. Keen is in 8th, bringing the other racing softs. She's going the fastest lap of a 135.5. Not too bad. These boys have got to be pitting right now. We're going to have to pit this now. Definitely. Well, we know Chalk has. I'm not sure about Aldo. Although he hasn't got a big enough gap for the overcut. He will be coming up to lap the Keeners at some point. But Chalk is in this lap. He's not going to make another one. Aldo can go again. Put the pressure on and pull that gap out. He's going to have to drive it like he stole it because he will be in next lap. Hasn't got a choice. The pit crew are waiting. The tyres are out the blankets and they will be cooling down at a fair rate of knots as well. Don't matter how warm it is here at LAGUNA SECA, and tyres will be warming down. What tyres are they? We shall find out when he releases from the pits. There you go, the Lollipop Man is ready. This is actually the rest of us. Get them tyres on. A bit slow on the rear. Fuel going in. This should be a good 3/4 of a tank at least to finish this race. Truck then drops down to 4th. Dazzler moves up to 3rd. Just goes over the start finish straight. Yeah, 3/4 of a tank of fuel. 23 minutes before this, so should be alright. We shall see. Really on it. When we get that 5th place over the truck, we'll just put down the pits. No, truck regains 3rd place. Dazzler not quite going fast enough as he overlaps the Keeners here. Dazzler down to 4th, Ricky J 5th, Gwydion stays in 6th, Joyce stays 7th, Keener's being lapped by the boys in 8th, and Aldo will be in this lap. He hasn't got a choice, everyone else is pitted around him, they will be busy, he's not. He's making me eat my words. He does love your mum as well, as it says on the back. Probably loves everyone's mum. So what can our crawler do? We will be in this lap. Truck's just going through the corkscrew. So dare say he's going to drop down the order. And he is not pitting either. Everyone's making me my words this morning. But he will be in the next lap, I promise you. Ain't got a choice. Still 15 minutes left to go. It's a 40-minute enduro here, or mini enduro, as you do. Started on pole position, regained all the spots, dropped down to 7th within the space of the start-finish straight, or start-finish line and first corner. Got swallowed up by the faster starting cars, did old crawler. But he's currently in 2nd place right now with a fastest lap bonus point. If he won this race, he would get the hat-trick, as I like to call it. That's pole position, fastest lap and a win. As is in the Premier League, it's called the hat-trick. So yeah, it is good. Bonus points nonetheless. Joyce in the pits from 7th place. There's Aldo. Round in the last corner again. He's risking it for a biscuit, is Aldo. Because Chalker's pitted as well. And he's in the gravel. He fancies doing the Joyce. Apparently there's a nice bit of beach over there. And that's going to bring Dazzler right onto his back door. Once again, the AMG. Well, it's not the AMG, it's the Aston Martin. I was trying to do 2 things at once there. Crawling all over the back of the BMW. Nowhere to go in the corkscrew. Joyce still in the pits. Tyres on. Oh, crawler. Big Frank is in the pits. I did say he had to stop again. Strategy is you run, but you have to run 2 sets of tyres, we know that. But Chalks, I don't know why it does the position change yet, because he's not really there yet. He'll just pass the start finish straight. See if Chalk maintains 2nd place over the Aston Martin. It looks like he's going to do that just fine. As your sector one, not really an overtaking spot right here. You just got to ignore your apexes and the car in front makes a mistake. But the Aston Martin doing us proud right now in 3rd place. There we go, we love it. Ricky J moves up to 4th. Gwydion moves up to 4th. And Old Crawler, he joins in 6th. Just behind Gwydion. Now out there is in the pits. He's done enough. He has done enough. Fresh set of racing softs. He has run mediums already as Old Crawler, so he can run 2 pairs of racing softs if you need. Joyce is 7th, the Keen is 8th, Aldo in the pits. He did drop off the pace quite considerably, didn't he? Dropped into the 129s with the fastest lap before Old Crawler taking it off him. Then he went to the 130s, a couple of 131s there to finish as well. So we'll see if he gets this done. He's in the box now. Where's the chalk? You can see the chalk on the track map there. Here's the 2nd blue car. Just heading up to the final corner now. That is fuel going in. As around the corner, it will say Chalk and Dazzler will be 2nd and 1st. On the release, it will be Aldo will retain the lead here, but only just. Joyce needs to just fire that. There's an awkward pit lane there with LAGUNA SECA, but Aldo retakes the lead. Now on the racing soft, just over half a tank with 11 minutes to go. Under fire now. Chalk will see his rival in front. Dazzler's just dropped off the back of him here. It's had a bit of a moment. He's had some gap to drop off early on. He's on the racing mediums. Chalky's on the racing softs as well, so they'll be fired up right now. A little bit scrubbed off from his little excursion. Dazzler third. Ricky J's in second. Ridley on fifth. On the Meads. Personal best sector one. Rambo doing alright. Old Crawler, fresh set of boots and half a tank. We'll see what he can do. That's Chalk trying to get through that. Joyce there. Needs to pull over, let the faster car through. Being blue flagged there, three of them. Brilliant Simbin. There you go, Chalk down the inside of Joyce. Joyce played that well. That's not a bad spot to give the overtake over. Corkscrew would have been a bit awkward as well, but that one was pretty good. Wasn't too bad at all. The points going this man's way at the moment, the bonus points. We'll see what the other boys can do about that. Everybody's a little spaced out now. Two front runners on the racing soft. BMW versus Ferrari 458. We shall see. We shall definitely see. If you're new to the stream and you enjoy what you see, and you enjoy any of the other videos that are on the stream, please hit that like and subscribe for me. I would really appreciate it. I don't say this often enough, but I do. I really appreciate it. We're up to 88 followers. I didn't expect to get that many, but I have. It's really good. Really good. Yeah, I really appreciate it. Just helps get us apart as a group. I'm looking up to set up a TVT as well. That will be coming up very soon. I've just got to find the right day, the right time to put my boys against, as you do. There's a few names in the mix, but I've got one in mind. Just need to have a word, see what the crack is. That's one your way, one our way, as we do in most TVTs. We're very good. The Chalk Racing Softs taking a bit of an hammering. 10 minutes still to go. 10 minutes to go, and he's got just under half a tank of fuel. And that BMW has been chewing fuel. Aldo looks good, he's got half a tank of fuel at the moment. What about the Aston Martin? He's definitely not going to last 10 minutes on that tank of gas. As Ricky J pits from 4th place. He knows he won't going to last, and them racing soft was screwed. They are kaput. There's old Crawler climbing up the order. Lap 19, a 1:27.7 for old Crawler. That's 2 fastest laps so far. Don't get 1 point for it though. So yeah. William not too far behind on the racing mediums. 1:29.8 is personal best. Probably sitting in 5th. I've raced Willie on a few times. I've commentated on it a few times as well. In the I think it was the Infinity League that he did as well. Good in there. It was really good. JB joins his personal best for 1:29.168. 6th place, just 57 litres for the Mustang. It's a pretty thirsty car. So with 8 minutes to go, that's probably about right. Not too bad at all. But Joyce, still in 7th place. Having a better race than Willow Springs. Big corner there from the Joyce. Might get a penalty for that. If VAR was here, I'm sure I would have issued him with a penalty. It looks like he got away with that. Like a big corner cut. And the Keenleys running around in 8th place. Big points. Finished ahead of the Joyce in the Grandmaster tables, did the Keenleys, rounding out the top 10. She did brilliant. She had a brilliant season in Grandmasters, VGTs, and the team event and the minis. She's always up for a good crack. There's the Keenleys. Comms is always great. The chat is fantastic as well. Goings in with the boys. But it's Aldo still leading the way from Chalk. Just trying to chop him down. See him. But catching is another thing. Both on the racing softs as well. Aldo's got some fresh boot, but Chalk's taking an hammer and he's pushing that just a little bit excessive by the looks of it. But what are you racing? What's the point of racing if you don't want to push it? You can't make a gap, should be racing. Chalk's making a gap in the air as he powers his BMW through Laguna Seca, down the corkscrew. Dazzler will be doing the same in the flying Aston Martin as well. Down hard on the brakes into first gear, up to second, short shift the Aston through the corkscrew. Did that really well. 129.7 the personal best for Dazzler 67. His first year in sim racing as well, new to the sim wheel. Last season he did get most improved driver of the season. He did get that award. Personally delivered that one over. In his first season he was very good, learned a lot. Still a few things to learn, but he's getting there. He's really good. O'Crawler still sitting on that fastest lap, all the way out on the outside of the exit there, the final corner, down in 4th place. Wouldn't be a bad result considering he got dropped by the pack considerably off the start. So a recovery drive, not too bad for 4th place for O'Crawler. Picking up what he's getting, 25, 20, 18, 16, 17 points is currently sitting on right now, if my maths are correct. And Gwydion is standing there on 16 points. Yes, 14 points here from Gwydion as well. Good all as well from Team Lamborghini. And the Mustang on a fresh set. See what he can do. Quite a bit of a gap to Gwydion, to be fair. Literally 2 corners away. Sorry, I keep yawning. I've been up since 3:30. I've already been to work, done 1 shift. Come back, did the tables for the Prem. Get these comms done for the boys. Looks like Joyce has got to give way to the Flying Scotsman very soon. So the exam's turn 1 actually, so who's he coming on the fire from? 5 to go, and Chalk is into his last quarter of the tank of fuel. And I don't think he's going to make it work. Now we'll have to take some serious fuel saving or splash and dash, and if he pits, he's going to lose from 2nd place to Dazzler. May even lose the place to O'Crawler as well, the length of the pit stop here. So it's a rock and a hard place. Aldo's coming to personal 7th, fat personal best lap of 128.4 on lap 22. Chalk of 128.2. Coming up to lap McKinley's, just kind of gets off the racing line as we enter the corkscrew for the 18th time. And Dazzler, I think he was quite happy with 3rd, but he is out of fuel. There's a yellow flag. Who's this for? Might be for the Keenleys actually, as Dazzler runs deep, cuts the corkscrew. I don't know how you do it, but if it helps. Dazzler's going to have to pick this lap. That Aston is not going to make 4 minutes on that red bit of fuel. And he's not pitting, or has he missed the pits? Ran it deep, very deep in the final corner. That yellow flag was for the Keenleys down the corkscrew. There's O'Crawler not too far behind Dazzler either. He could be on a position pick up here. He ain't got to worry about his fuel with 3 minutes to go. Gwydion in 5th, Nicky J still 6th, TRG Joyce is 7th, the Keenleys is being blue flagged, and now they're leading the way. Wow. Then a pretty lonely race as he did at Bathurst last week, but still leading the way. Winning's winning, doesn't matter how you win it, as long as you win it. Well, we'll win it cleanly, I don't want to be dirty, I don't like that, you know what I mean? I'll keep it clean. I tell you what, there's a move on last night's stream which was phenomenal through Lino Road. The Chicane of Death, the Reaper at Dragon Trail Seaside. Chalk is not going to finish the race on that bit of fuel either. He's Sky Sports News and Luton Town went side by side through the chicane of death. It was freaking phenomenal. I'm so glad I switched back over when I did. It was phenomenal. Side by side. Chalk's going to risk it for a biscuit here. That fuel needs to... Even if you turn the fuel down, it's not going to last. There's no way that is going to last. Dazzler's the same as well. He's actually managed to get around on that lap. 38 minutes to go. He's got old Crawler chafing him down at a fair rate of knots as well. He hasn't got fuel to worry about. Doing 128s now. As I dare say, for some this is going to be the final lap. The old Crawler can get a podium here, because that car is going to run out of fuel very, very soon. Chalk can't push. He's got a gap. And there's Aldo. 139 now. Gwydion is in the pits. That moves Ricky J up to 5th. And they're down a corkscrew. 39.18. Just going to see Aldo over the line here. It's going to be very tight whether he gets another lap or not. Remains to be seen. He's put on a stellar drive so far. His whole strategy was well. The Ferrari did well on the fuel. Earlier on, them tyres got chafed. They've been shredded and battered. But he might get another lap here. 10 seconds left. He will get another lap. Oh, Chalk didn't get it in time. He's got to finish that lap. So then Dazzler is under fire from old Crawler. It gives him a little bit of a bum dub there. Oh, and he's binned it as well. They're both off. That's a coming together. Let's go, let's go. No, you're good, old Crawler. Go. You're good. That's old Crawler after all that calamity. Would have passed him without the fuel anyway. Would have lost the position due to the fuel. But that is old Crawler. Gets on the podium. Great recovery drive. Dazzler down to 4th. Out of fuel. That's his TRG Joycey coming in for 7th place. Where's Ricky J? Ricky J has just lapped the Keeners. Will come home for 5th place. Not a bad drive from Ricky J here at the WeatherTech Arena. Laguna SECA. Don't know what that was about. Don't know what that. If you know what that was about, let me know. I don't know, or unless it was ladies first. Venus has been lapped. One may never know. Another good drive from Gwydion in the Lamborghini, especially around here at Laguna SECA. We'll just see Aldo there coming around the final corner. 26 laps around Laguna SECA. Gwydion will come home for 6th place. Congratulations to you, my friend. But we'll get back onto Aldo's. Drove exceptionally well this evening, taking the win here at Laguna SECA WTC. Brought to you by the DMK. And Chalk is out of fuel. A couple of seasons ago, I ran a league, right, where if you ran out of fuel, you got disqualified down to last place, because in real life, if you ran out of fuel, you wouldn't be able to finish the race, right? And there was a few going, "Oh, you can't do that, you can't do that," and I was like, "Well, I did. If you run out of fuel, you'd have to stop. You couldn't finish the race." But I demoted them down to last place, but gave them last place points. So, as we've seen, 2 drivers here have finished. Everybody else has crossed the line, but there was 2 drivers, Dazzler and Chalk 12, not finishing under their own power. This is GT Sports getting them around. We'll take 2nd place this evening, though. We'll take 2nd place this evening, but it would have been a rollback. So congratulations, Chalk, for taking 2nd place. Now, as of next week, the strategy has changed in the WTC event. As we've seen, 2 cars ran out of fuel from tomorrow. From tomorrow, if you run out of fuel, you get demoted. We have brought that rule back because obviously it's not fair on the others that finished ahead of you, and you finish and under, you may as well just go for a P and let the computer race for you or something. But yeah, if you run out of fuel in a race, you're going to get demoted. It's been brought up. So yeah, under your own power, lads. Under your own power. It's got to be done. It's got to be done. But yeah, that was the WTC brought to you by the DMK, as you do. But can't get over last night. It was absolutely fantastic. Brought to you by the DMK. As absolutely fantastic. The team event tonight. But can't get over last night. It was absolutely fantastic. SECA GP. By the DMK. Absolutely fantastic. The team event tonight, absolutely prolific. If any, it's the first race of SECA by this one's going to be just as good. Just as good. We got the Lambos, absolutely prolific. If any, it's the first we got it all tonight. Just as good. If you do want to get involved in any events hosted by the DMK, we got it all tonight. You can simply just gaming page on Facebook. Go into the events tab by the DMK. All the events that are running right now. It's never too late to join the DMK event. Get your name down. You can join the Premier League now. It's never too late to join the DMK event. Get your name down. You can join the Premier League now. It's never too late to join the final on Thursday for the Grandmasters. And then we head over to the LMP League. The final on Thursday for the Grandmasters. Good. I am splitting 2 lobbies. I am making a PS4 and a PS5 lobby for GT7. I am splitting 2 lobbies. If you want to get involved in that, watch the space on the DKT7. I am splitting. Will be coming up very soon. And as I close this stream, I've got another event to put in. So yeah. And as I close this stream, events tab out. I've been DK10. This has been the WTC. So yeah. Peace. And as I close this stream, events tab out. I've been DK10. This has been the WTC. So yeah. Peace. And as I close this stream, events tab out. I've been DK10. This has been the WTC. So yeah. Peace. And as I close this stream, events tab out. I've been DK10. This has been the WTC. So yeah. Peace. And as I close this stream, events tab out.